Morning, welcome back. We are the 20th of December. Bit after 4:30. Hay. Last paddock of hay. So I'll get it wound up this morning. We're probably borderline battling for a bit of dew. This is the paddock. You've been watching along. We cut with the windrow. We put the two rows together. So I raked it yesterday morning. We're a couple of days since the last video. So I've done the headland lap. I did it yesterday afternoon. Yesterday morning. Until we ran out of dew, but it's quite cool. I could actually probably have a jumper on if I had one, but there is a little bit of breeze, and the last few mornings have been like this. Just had a little bit of breeze, so we're battling for the dew to come in properly. And being dry land too, the ground sucks the moisture out of the hay pretty quickly too. So anyway, we'll get going. And Tony's got all the contract spraying done. Brendan's been he carted the stuff that I pressed yesterday morning at home, or just some that I think I might have mentioned on the last video. I actually forgot a patch, so so he carted that in, and then we've been filling the channel in over at the new block, and then we've been flood irrigating the corn at home. Now I'll need to take the boom off the big tractor and put the spreader on, and we can give the corn under the pivots to first top dressing, and get the irrigator going under there. So a little bit to do, but we're got it in a corner now before Christmas. We've done 3 or 4, so we'll just check. It is a bit dry, I think, just gauging by the pressure, but it will come up a little bit as the so we're only 8, so we're probably a bit on the dry side, but I'm just going to bale it anyway, just to get it out of the road. 13, so that's the sun's sort of starting to come up there on the horizon, so the dew will pick up as it comes up. We are leaving a little bit behind, but sort of was trying just to stay up out of the dirt. I might just drop it down a little bit more. I could see over on this other row, the row I just did. It didn't rake up real well, just the way where it was, where you were running the tractor, you were sort of driving on it with the 2 rows, which made it a bit tricky. So there's a little bit there left on the ground, but the sheep will clean that up. But I will drop the pickup down another hole, and that'll just help anyway. All done. I think we've ended up with about 40, so not a shed filler, but it's better than nothing. So I've just taken the pressure off the chamber again, so we'll walk this guy out. So you haven't watched it on, it's got a bit like a dog in the bottom of it, and you just hooked up to the hydraulics for the pickup, and also to lift the back tailgate up. So spit him out. There's still one in there, or not a full one. So, but look at it, it's made good stuff. So anyway, whether we sell it or there's not quite a load here, but we could top it up with a couple of bales from home. So it would just mean they'd have to come out and test it. But look, it's as good. Probably might even be a bit better than the stuff at home, because the stuff at home was, because it had been grazed pretty well. It might be a little bit stalky, but this stuff's good stuff. So anyway, all right, we'll duck home and have a bit of brekkie. So I'll get Brendan. Tony's not here today. Today's Friday, so he's just got a mate down from up north for the weekend, so he's having a long weekend, which is cool. So I'll get Brendan to come out here, and he can stack this up, put it in the shed. We need to get the windrower home. It's still here, wherever I move the camera so you can see it, and then we'll get the baler home too. Just get everything back home, and get the baler blown down. yeah, and just get the stuff back in sheds for sort of Christmas and yeah, next week. We are back in the header. So just had a little block we sowed here at the top end of the corn actually at home, and it sort of got grazed and yeah, block of barley. So there was a bit too much grain here to leave, just with if we end up putting stock in here at some point in time. So I'm just buzzing around. There'll be, I don't know, half a box full or something like that. There's only 10 or 12 hectares in the block, so I'm just buzzing around just to clean it up. So it's probably not as much here as what I thought. In spots there is a bit, but other spots there's not much at all. So I've sort of cut the end off it. But yeah, I was just a bit worried if we left it here. Yeah, we might end up poisoning some stock or something if we put some sherbing here later on or something. Yeah, so thinking we probably want spraying at some point in time too, but thinking we might come in with some lucerne in here, and we can put a fence along the bottom of the corn there, or we'll just see, being the second crop of corn, we may even once we get the corn off next year, we may even plant some lucerne or something after it, and yeah, just give this paddock a break. So it's sort of been continuously cropped for a while now, so it won't hurt yeah, for it to actually have a spell for a bit. But yeah, I'll muck around here for an hour and get a bit. Brendan's knocked off, so yeah, I'm just here a bit back my own anyway. So I've got a field bin there with a bit of everything in it, a bit of corn and some oats and some wheat and that, so I'll just chuck it in on top of that, and yeah, it'll just be sheep feed. But corn looks good when you get up at the bay here. You can probably see with the colour change where the water hasn't run properly, whether it's just shut off a bit early, so just have to be conscious of that. But yeah, we're down here now. We've only got 3 bays left. I've just cracked the door a little bit to let a bit of water into the pivot dam. So later on in the Savo, Brendan's put the spreader on the big tractor for me, so I'll chuck a couple 100 kilos of urea on one half of that pivot. Yeah, just to and then yeah, start the irrigator to get it going. So we just need a bit of work out how it's going to go, just to make sure it doesn't. Yeah, we don't get behind with the watering on the pivot. So. All done. Had to play a bit of machinery Tetris to find a spot for it. So spreader's on the tractor. So we'll give it a couple of hours, and yeah, then we'll look at chucking a bit of urea on and getting this irrigator going on the corn. So stuck into town now and do a couple of jobs, but it'll be 30 degrees, quite not a bad arvo actually. It's a bit of breeze, so it is warming up though, or is warming up. Yeah, so harvest is officially finished now. Anyway, these things happen. Morning. It's a bit after 5:30. I didn't actually do the spreading last night. I had a bit of a stuff up with the water. Actually, it was shutting off last night, which I didn't realise. So, oh sorry, it must have shut off sometime yesterday morning. Sorry, and yeah, I didn't realise. So we ran out of water, so I fired it up again last night. So it's been running into the pivot dam. I've just got one bay left here to water on the flood irrigation. So just going to load the spreader now, and we'll start the pivot, and then yeah, there should be enough water in the dam. I can just run the water down onto the last bay for an hour. I've had the recycle pump going. The recycle dam will be about empty or very close to it, so yeah, we'll get a bit of stuff in this. Thank you. So, see the other day when we were here with Miranda and Tim, the stubble, it was sort of a bit under the stubble height. It's now up over the stubble height. So yeah, it's starting starting to get cracking. The guys yesterday from Scheduled It came and put the moisture probe in, so yeah, we can now sort of give it a week or 10 days to settle down, and we can see what's going on then, which with the moisture. We are probably a little bit behind with irrigating, which is not worrying me, but you know, we're probably one watering maybe behind, so we'll probably put 20 mil on it now, and then we'll give it a day and we'll go again, and that'll probably just be, we'll continue doing that, I think. And yeah, and then you can see we sprayed, put some atrazine and broad strike on it the other day, and you can see it's yeah, done a really good job with the canola, so paddock's quite clean now, which is good. So yeah, anyway, we'll get into it, and yeah, just going to do one half for starters, and then I'll come back later this arbo and probably do the other half. Just with this time of year, you do get losses with your nitrogen, so yeah, if we haven't got it sitting on the ground, it hopefully won't go anywhere. So yeah, I've got about 3.3 tonne on the spreader, so I'll just run it all out, so I will do a little bit on that other half. Yeah, but the trick is going to be here is it's all right, we're not running over it, but if we were on 3 metre centres, it would line up a lot better with our wheel tracks. So we've just got to try and find where Tony went last time, which is just there, so we can run down that one, and yeah, we're in the same spot then. So I might, dam's got plenty of water, and I just had a look on my way past, so what I might do is do the outside run and then get the irrigator going. Yeah, so the sooner it gets around the better. So I'm just steering it by hand. The GPS probably isn't quite good enough when it's got its sort of weight on its backside. The tractor, it's a bit light on the steering, so it does get the winders up a little bit. Yeah, so, but looks good when you get across it. Yeah, just feed it and water it, and hopefully we'll have something at the end. So I've done one half. You can see the urea just here on the ground. So yeah, plant's got a little bit of speckling on it just from the chemical when we sprayed it the other day, but yeah, other than that, it's not too bad. It'll jump away now with a weed and a weed and a feed. So get this irrigator fired up, and yeah, I'll come back about lunchtime, I reckon, and do the second half. We'll probably put 20 mil on it, I reckon. Yeah, if we can keep putting 20 mil applications on it, we should be pretty right. Plenty of fuel in it, so yeah, we'll get it fired up and yeah, go home and have some breakfast. Plenty of oil in it. On to round 2. So just doing the eastern side of it now. So the pivot's done a bit over a quarter. I was hoping I might have been able to do this a bit later, but I'm actually going out for dinner. So yeah, all right. Could have left it till the morning, but it's actually going to end up around here probably about midnight. So that wasn't going to work. So just doing it quickly. Also, I noticed the end gun on the irrigator was round on a 45-degree angle. It wasn't standing straight up. I thought, oh, these trees are getting a bit close, and the ones on our place that I have looked at, a couple there I'll have to trim, but actually did a lap of the paddock, and we've got some over on a boundary fence here with a neighbour, and the trees are in his place, and there's one there that it had actually hooked. So I was very lucky it hasn't pulled the irrigator over. Not, you know, pretty solid tree, but it's, yeah, you can see where it had taken the bark off the limbs, so that wouldn't have been ideal at all. So I just went down with the loader and just broke the limb off. Wasn't a very big limb, it was only sort of, you know, 4 or 5 inches in diameter, but quite long, and yeah, just he'd be better on the ground. So anyway, we'll zoom across here. So putting a couple 100 kilos on, I'm not sure whether I mentioned that, but yeah, 200 kilos the hectare. Yeah, won't take long to do this other half. Alright, all done. We got there in the end. We bumped the speed up a little bit so we could get across it anyway. Try and get back and try not to get yelled at. So, but no, this will be finished by tomorrow afternoon probably, and then we'll finish. Haven't got run out of water on the loosened pivot, so we'll just finish it off. It's got sort of probably 6-7 hours maybe, and then we'll we'll go back and run this around again and just try and build that profile up. And then we'll probably, Saturday, I need to go over and have a look at the dairy block, and just whether we water it again before Christmas or whether it'll hold off till after Christmas. We'll just have to suck it and see. So, anyway, thanks again for watching. I'm running late, so I better go. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.